Hey guys, Danny Ray with LifeTelesalesMentor.com. Just want to go and touch base with you guys and go over objections and how you guys should really be approaching objections. All right. This is in my opinion, again, I'm sure there's a lot of sales managers out there and mentors that would disagree with me, but that's okay. I know it works for me. I know it works for agents that I've mentored. And it's all about psychology and philosophy of how to understand a sale, the process of a sale, and understand what the client's looking for, okay? Why the client is saying certain things. So I want to address objections because I think this is probably by far the most misconception in the industry. I see a lot of agents that when they get an objection, they think there's some secret or some rebuttal that is needed to overcome that objection. When objections are just creative ways for clients to get you off the phone, just creative ways to sell you on something that's not true. Now, when you get an objection, okay, first and foremost, your mindset's got to be right. Objections are utter BS. There is absolutely zero validity. Pay attention for a second. Everybody that you talk to during the day, over the phone, every senior that you talk to, okay, I'm not saying that every objection is not valid, okay? I would say 99% aren't. Again, it's just a creative way to get you off the phone. Either you're selling them a policy or they're selling you a reason why they shouldn't buy. And that usually is, I'm shopping around, I gotta talk to my wife, whatever. If you focus on and you understand and you embrace this, and you really, really embrace this, and you embrace the fact that objections are utter BS, has no validity, don't ever address them, okay, you'll see that you'll be making a lot more sales. Now, when a client comes in and gives me an objection, I stiff on it. I don't even address it. I act like it never even was said. And I just go along into my script or my presentation, building rapport as we go along. Because I'm not gonna go ahead and validate something that's just not true. Okay, it's telling me that you have to talk to your wife. Guess what? You already have. Telling me that you continually shop around. Guess what? You're talking to me, an independent national agent. So in any other objection, it's utter BS. So you need to mentally approach every single day that there is no secret rebuttal to an objection. Okay, and listen, guys, you might think I'm crazy, and it's probably a lot of you guys are going to be saying to yourselves, "Well, I've never been taught this way." But when you go ahead and first and foremost, the client appreciates that. Okay, when they can't get over on you. Those are the people you want to do business with. Also, people that give you objections are the most closable people out there. If you just stiff them. What I mean by that, whatever the objection is, don't even hear it. I can appreciate that. Go right back into your script. Or agreeance, the power of agreeance. If a client says, well, I got to speak to my wife, fantastic. That's exactly what I want you to do. But before you do that, this is what I'm going to do for you. Okay, I didn't address it. I just agreed with it. I didn't say, well, your wife, blah, blah, blah. I didn't say any of that. I didn't say any paragraph, the diarrhea of the mouth. You're trying to, because again, the objection is not valid. Why are you going to discuss something that's not valid? Okay, it's bullshit. Sorry for it is. It's absolute BS. So when you approach it, you got to go into every single phone call, level 10, you're an expert, you're the best in the business without saying it, gain control of the conversation. Okay, my whole thing is I don't even get an objection until I'm at rates. Okay, I'm usually at rates at between 6 to 10 minutes depending on how the conversation's going. And building natural rapport. So you really got to go into it, and you really have to put it in your mental. I mean, you got to embed it in your head that objections are utter BS. Okay, Don't address it. It's not valid. Why address something that's not true? Why address something then the entire conversation after that is based off a lie? Okay? You just stiff arm it and you go right into your presentation. You just don't give any valid, don't give it life. Okay? Because it's utter BS. Now, if a client goes ahead and says the same objection the third time, and you should pay attention here, okay? If you hear the objection the first time, during the axis of gaining rapport, natural rapport, and fact-finding, you should be able to indirectly overcome that objection without the client even knowing, okay? It's NLP stuff, okay? Because it should never get to a point where it's two or three of the same objection. Now, if you don't understand this philosophy of selling and the psychology behind it, and you don't do that, after the third time, you're going to have to address it. After the third time they bring it up. Now, here's the deal. If a client brings up more than one objection, well, let's just say he starts off with, I got to talk to my wife. You stiff arm it and you go into your presentation. I can appreciate that. That's exactly, of course, that's what all my clients do. Always agree. Never address, add validity to it, just agree with it. Stiff arm, go back into your presentation. Do not let the client derail you. But there is a time maybe you should address it. Now, again, if you do the mental stiff arm and you indirectly address the objection as you're going through the conversation, indirectly now, different story. If you don't understand how to do that, then you need to, after the third time they give that objection, you might want to address it subtly. But if you do it right, you won't have to. So again, stiff arm objection, don't give any validity, don't give it life, because then the whole conversation is based off that one objection. Okay, talking somebody in, listen, are you comfortable when somebody tries to talk you into something that you didn't plan on doing today? Probably not, right? Or are you more in tone to do something with somebody that sounds like a good idea, okay, that makes sense, that portrays himself as an expert and is an expert based on what he's saying to you, and really doesn't take any crap, just gets to the point. See, when I get on the phone, I'm gonna rush to rates. I'm gonna rush to the close. That's it. Listen, we live in the world of Amazon. All right, so everybody's pointing and clicking. Everybody wants things now. Okay, they don't want to wait. Okay, so give it to them. Okay, live in the times. So again, stiff arm. Don't add validity to objections. They're not true. I know that some of you out there probably saying, well, what happens? Well, they really are true because you want to believe that. They're not. But anyway, let me address those. If you have 100 people giving you objections, 100, one will be valid. So why go ahead and change your whole philosophy and psychology approaching a sale because of that 1%? Why? Just assume they all are. Why go ahead and ruin the other 99 phone calls because of one? Trust me, guys. Objections are utter BS. Okay? If you handle the call right from start, gain control, portray yourself as an expert, be at a level 10, throughout the course of the conversation, ask good questions. When those objections come up, stiff arm them, go into the conversation more, stick to your script, okay? Your script should be, your call, your presentation should be exactly the same every single phone call. Okay, again, me, I'm gonna rush to rates. I'm at rates at 6-7 minutes, closing the guy 10 to 12 minutes. After that, it's just depending on who carrier I have and where I'm bringing them. All right, so with that said, I wanted to address that because a lot of agents, I see them, what's the secret rebuttal? How do I address this close? Guess what? You don't. You don't give it life. It's BS. Merry Christmas. Have a kick-ass rest of your week.